Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy is brought to you in part by Tom's Place, the finest in men's fashion. Located in Toronto at 190 Baldwin Street, in the heart of Kensington Market. Or visit toms-place.com. It's everything you never needed to know. This is Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy. Listen, laugh, and learn.
Who are the highest paid construction workers in the world?
Where is it illegal to handle salmon in a suspicious circumstance? Hi, I'm Nick.
And I'm Roy. And this week we scour the internet to find out these totally useless tidbits just for you.
Plus, we'll answer your question in the airbag. You'll need an airbag after this show. Plus, we'll answer your question in the mailbag segment. A listener wants to know how much oxygen supply passengers have when the masks drop down in an airplane. And in the news, in China, it sucks to be a grown-up.
Totally useless information. It's everything you never needed to know.
Hey, oh, you, where's your hard hat? Fasten your tool belts. This is Totally Useless Construction Info with Foreman Nick and Roy. Come on, let's go!
Wow. You know what?
Yeah, I like the beep beep at the end.
Not only is she doing that, I think she's driving the truck. Hey, thanks for joining us. 90 countries around the world. And
some might say.
Some might say, so I've been told. And believe me, I've been told.
They say.
They say. By the way,
who are they?
She says hello. Thanks for joining us. 90 countries around the world. We really do appreciate it. All across the Canada, coast to coast to coast, and on the iHeartRadio Talk Network, and of course in the United States. And you know, all around the world, people have written to us. We thank you. We'll get into all that. But let me tell you about, this building in Japan.
Yes.
I call it Right This Way, okay? There's a building in Japan that the highway goes right through it, right? But this is on purpose. The Gate Tower building in Osaka is a unique office block with an unexpected feature. The Hanshin Expressway, as exits passes through the 5th and 7th floor. Now you're thinking, what an architectural marvel. Well, it was, because it resulted from a century-old property dispute and bureaucratic negotiations.
So they made the highway, rather than move the building, they made the highway go through
right through it, exactly. If you can't beat them, run a highway through it, making it a symbol of a corporate pragmatism in the city. Now, the building can be best viewed from Umeda Sky Building, which is another building, offering an opportunity to witness this unusual sight. The Gate
it's funny,
Tower
too.
building.
Osaka, I was talking about that last weekend. I turned on the TV. I was looking for football, and I was like, "Oh, Osaka."
Right. No, Osaka, Japan. Wow.
Get it? Soccer.
Osaka. Yeah.
Soccer.
Yeah, you were a sucker.
Soccer, like football type soccer.
Yeah, I was a sucker for that joke.
The Empire State Building is very different than most skyscrapers in New York. And there's big, tall, massive buildings in New York, but they all look very similar, very much like Trump Tower. They're built out of metal and glass.
Okay.
But did you know that the Empire State Building is built from bricks?
Really?
Yes, it's built out of bricks. So I said, how many bricks?
Oh, okay.
10 million.
Wow.
10 million bricks were made to build the Empire State Building. There is metal, of course, the top part of it where King Kong gets to hang off of.
Yes, of course. Yeah. No, I've been up there many times. Have you?
I have. Yeah, it's wonderful. If you can, folks, go to New York City, stay for 3 days with armed guards.
Right. Yeah.
And
people stay for 3 days because that's all you can take. No, because that's as much time you have to live.
No, people stay for 3 days because that's how long it takes to get bailed out.
Right. Exactly. So that's interesting. I think let's go down a rabbit hole here. I think the Empire State Building is one of the many buildings in New York City that has its own zip code.
Yes, it does. And I'd rather not go down a rabbit hole. Thank you.
Thank you very
I'm
much.
Claustrophobic.
30 Rockefeller Plaza, which I had the great privilege of working in the 80s for NBC. It's 10112. I just remember that. In September 2013, the London skyscraper nicknamed the Walkie Talkie was responsible for melting parts of a car due to its concave south-facing facade that reflected sunlight. And because of the intense heat, it actually melted parts of a car. So it earned its nickname as like the Death Ray or Walkie Scorchy. The incident caused the wing mirror, badge, and panels of the Jaguar to melt, leading to the building's developers eventually installing a sunshade to permanently fix the issue.
This was the Jaguar building.
No, it was a Jaguar that melted.
But it was a symbol of a Jaguar
No,
from
no,
the
no.
automobile?
No. The London skyscraper, it was a skyscraper called the Walkie Talkie. And because of the way the windows were and the way the sun reflected off in the concave of the windows, when the Jaguar was parked, parts of it started to melt.
Oh, that's not good.
No, that's why they
That's like burning ants with a magnifying glass.
Don't know what you're talking about. I've never done that.
The construction industry is a major component of the world's economy.
Yeah.
So I said, yeah, that makes so much sense,
Sure,
right? People
yeah.
have to live someplace.
Sure.
Businesses have to house their stuff someplace.
Yeah.
But how many people in the world work in the construction field? Now, this is the actual construction field. 180 million people work in the construction field. Now we're not counting the people that make the bricks, the people that, do the other stuff. 180 million people, construction industry.
So once they have all the materials and stuff, it's that many people to make the construction.
The building, and they're in the
Yeah.
construction industry itself, yes.
That's what my uncle would say. It's the construction. They make it the construction.
They make it.
I don't know about you.
They make it a building.
But do you know anything about the world's largest hammer?
I was told in high school that
Yeah.
that was me.
Yeah, exactly. When they had the world's largest hammer, they all got screwed.
Folks, if I don't say it, nobody will.
It's like when people say, speak for yourself, or I'm dating myself. Yeah, because no one else will. The world's largest hammer is 26 feet tall, and it's a replica of a Von Claw hammer, and it's located in Eureka, California. They came across it. They said, Eureka! We found it in California.
Yeah.
It's in the Pearson Building Center, and the massive hammer, mounted in 1991, is, you can't say this with a straight face.
Did you mount the hammer
Yeah.
in 1991, Nick? This is getting a little bit weird.
It is made with real wood.
It's made with real hammer.
And no, it's what it's saying. It has good wood and stainless steel, and it serves as the hardware store's sign. What a great sign! That big
that's
hammer.
a great sign.
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
exactly.
They nailed it.
Well done. Sitting ovation for Roy. They nailed it. They sure did. Hey, speaking of which, hold on. Here's another rabbit hole. Hang on.
Hold on.
If you're a business, hold your horses. If you're a business and you have a unique and a clever name, send us an email at nickandroy.com. Contact us, and you can send us your unique business name, and we will put it on the air for you. We'll put it in the podcast, and we'll put it on the radio. A unique business name, nickandroy.com. Contact us, including, what was one of them? The Merchant of Tennis, and the other
The Merchant of Tennis,
right?
yeah,
And the other
right.
one was a furniture store, the Shack of Sit. nickandroy.com. Contact us. Sorry, what's your next fact?
Well, you did the world's largest hammer, so I was going to segue into the world's tallest crane.
Okay.
You know those cranes? Well, they're all over the place now in Florida, like especially in Miami and in Tampa, because the building market is insane.
Mhm.
The construction going on is nuts. But so you see cranes all over the place.
Yeah.
But the world's tallest crane actually has a name. It's called Der Lieber on Deutsch. It's called the Lieber Type 357 HC-L.
That's what I had in my notes.
That's its
what I had.
name. Yeah, that's what you had. Yeah, you
Uh-huh,
got
I
the
did.
HC-L.
Yep.
It's a massive crane. In fact, the hook height is 175 feet.
Wow.
So
okay.
the hook height of just the crane itself is 53.3 meters.
Yeah.
Crazy.
The elephant-shaped hotel in Thailand, the Elephant Building, that's what they called it, Chang Building, in Bangkok, a 32-story skyscraper completed in 1997, and it mimics an elephant to symbolize the strength and intelligence of Thai culture. The building features a 3-tower structure with balconies for ears, and the trunk, a management office in its tusks, and circular windows for eyes. The Elephant Building.
The highest paid, this was my teaser.
Okay, yes.
And I'm sure everybody in the world, 90 countries around the world to be exact.
Yes.
I think we might even be 91 now, but we'll see.
Well, yeah, we're trying to authenticate that other country. We'll let you know if it is.
Yeah, we don't even know the name of it.
No.
The highest paid construction workers in the world, there are 3 countries, 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
Number 1, the chocolate factory, Switzerland.
Wow, interesting.
Switzerland is the highest paid construction workers. Second place shocked me. UK,
Oh,
England.
really? Okay.
Yes, the United Kingdom has some of the highest. They are number 2. And number 3, Belgium.
Also known
Which
for
again-
chocolates. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess wherever they make chocolate, they pay a lot of money to the workers.
It's a sweet deal. Here's what's sweet for you. Go to nickandroy.com. You click on the Nick and Roy store. And if you're sweet on somebody that you like to help them celebrate their birthday, help them celebrate their anniversary, and in the upcoming holiday season, go to nickandroy.com, click on the Nick and Roy store, and we will help you figure it all out. How, Roy?
Well, let me tell you, it's the greatest gift you're ever going to buy for anyone. And I mean that. And we can back it up by emails. People are going nuts. The birthday messages, people are saying it's the best gift they ever got. And it's certainly for the person who has everything. They don't.
Right.
Unless you've already bought them one of ours. But you could buy them too.
Sure.
But they go to nickandroy.com, type on the Nick and Roy store, and you'll have a sample there. You can actually listen to it. It's a mini show that we produce for the people for their birthday, anniversaries, and now Christmas. This is cool. nickandroy.com. Go to the Nick and Roy store. It's awesome.
nickandroy.com.
Nick and Roy will continue with totally useless information. To access the full library of episodes, visit nickandroy.com. That's nickandroy.com. Totally useless information with Nick and Roy continues. Listen, laugh, and learn.
Nick and Roy standing under a street lamp. Fogs as thick as peanut butter. They're talking totally useless, I tell you, useless information about the movies.
That should come with a disclaimer.
Was it good for you too? The sounds of velociraptors in Jurassic Park are a combination of recordings of various animals with significant portion of those animal sounds coming from tortoises mating.
Oh, I've seen that.
The tortoises.
We went to Busch Gardens in Florida.
Okay.
My son was like maybe 6.
Okay.
And he's like, "Oh, Dad, look at the size of these tortoises." And there was
Yeah.
about 6 of them. And one decides to mount. The other one starts
Oh, wow.
making this noise like, "Wah, wah, wah." And my son's like, "Dad, what are they doing?" And I'm like, playing, I guess, She seems like she's in distress.
Yeah. They were coming out of their shell. They talk about a double entendre there. Sound designer Gary, we should play the sex disclaimer because we've gone so many down to those.
I know, we're going down
holes.
the rabbit hole,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Exactly, wear protection. The sound designer Gary Rydstrom recorded these tortoises having sex to capture a unique bark-like sound, bark like a dog.
That's why he did it.
That's right. Yeah, the only reason why he has no fetishes or
That's a
anything.
good
like
way
that.
when you get caught with
Yeah.
that type of stuff on your computer.
Yeah, you're
I
like-
was just doing it for work.
Yeah, it's research.
Hey, we could probably get away with it.
Exactly. You're kidding? You talk about hands-on experience. Anyway,
So
bark-
you came up with that cool fact, Nick.
Yeah. No, hold on. Wait.
Okay.
There's just a couple
there's
more.
more. There's more.
The bark-like sound for the intelligent raptors, because they were intelligent, although they were extinct now. That's how intelligent they were.
Yeah, they're not too.
He supplemented those recordings of the tortoises with recordings of geese hissing and horses breathing.
Oh, so it's a bit of a mix.
Yeah, but the main stars were the tortoises getting it on.
Yeah. Well, there you go. So you're talking about sounds, and
Yes.
there's one sound that when I say it, you're going to be like, I know what that's. I know that sound.
Okay.
Remember Star Trek?
Yes.
Remember when the door opens up
Yes.
and it makes that swooshing sound?
Yes.
Now that I said it, everybody can hear it.
Right. And I can
because
even
it's
see it.
stuck
I
in
see
your
it
head.
and hear it. Yeah, yeah. It's like an earworm.
It's the sound of a Russian train toilet.
Really?
The whoosh.
Yeah. Okay.
That sound was somebody recorded the Russian train toilet and said, why don't we just put that in? It sounds real cool. It's this swooshing sound. Cool, totally useless, nutty
It
stuff.
is. So
I love
the
it.
the sound engineer for that just was in the washroom, the bathroom of this Russian train or whatever, and then they flushed it. And I go,
Yeah.
what a cool sound. I'm like, okay. then.
Yeah, except that poor sound guy, his career went down the drain.
Went down the toilet.
See that one, Nick?
Wow. Boy, you don't need a map for this show. Totally useless information with Nick and Roy. Is it real? Is it really, really real? The first
real?
Willie, it really
Or
is.
E-E-L?
It
or
really
E-E?
is. Welcome, Elmer Fudd now joined us on the show. It's a Willie Wabbit. The first computer-generated CGI character in a live-action feature film was the stained glass knight in the 1985 Young Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, cool. I remember that. That was cool.
The
That
effect
was really cool.
created by the very talented Lucasfilm's Industrial Light and Magic with John
Yeah, they were
Lasseter
great.
supervising the work, and it was a groundbreaking achievement in visual effects, which is computer-generated character, CGI.
That was a cool scene, too. If you've never seen that, it's awesome.
It's great. Awesome.
Yeah. NASA, I love this one. NASA shows the movie Armageddon during their training program, their beginning training program. They show scenes from the movie.
Yeah.
And the people that are watching it that work for NASA are asked to spot and mark down errors that they see that NASA would not do.
Oh.
Right up until this date, they have found 168 problems with what they do in the film.
Wow.
So there you go. You think they would have done a little better, I guess.
Well, and sometimes those mistakes.
When I first read this, I thought, wow, that movie must have been really close. Like I heard that, during making of MASH, the guys had to learn medical terms and,
Right.
some of these
Yeah.
shows,
Yeah.
and so on, and do surgery stuff and, to look realistic. But this one, they 168 mistakes.
Wow.
They wouldn't have got to the asteroid.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
It would hurt too if it did.
Yeah. They probably wouldn't have even got to a hemorrhoid.
It's a real pain in the back. You've heard that joke, knock, knock.
Yes. Who's there?
Banana.
Banana who?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Banana.
I got this one.
Knock, knock. Go ahead.
Who's there?
Orange.
Orange who?
Aren't you glad I didn't say banana?
Okay.
Now
that we've lost 89 of 90 countries.
The reason why I had to do that particular bit is pertinent to this information that I'm about to present.
Pertinent.
Oranges and The Godfather, the movie The Godfather, okay?
Mm-hmm.
In The Godfather, oranges appear in scenes just before characters die or suffer tragedy.
I heard that. Is it true?
Don Vito Corleone's shooting and his later death, as well as Jack Waltz's horse's head incident. Oh my God, the horse's head in the bed.
Yeah.
While director Francis, and by the way, I think that was a real horse's head, I believe.
Yeah, they were ahead of everybody.
They
else.
were,
There
yeah,
was no
exactly.
question.
They were laps ahead of everybody else.
Mhm.
While director Francis Ford Coppola initially used oranges for set decoration, they became an unintentional but powerful foreshadowing motif that audiences came to recognize as a symbol of an impending death or doom, influencing other crime dramas to do the same thing. So aren't you glad you weren't in The Godfather?
Okay, Nick and I do not discuss what we're going to say on the show so that we have a chemistry between us where we're learning the fact the same as
Listening, laughing, learning at the same time.
Exactly. So it's organic, you
Yes,
know?
it is.
So Nick did a Godfather one. Guess what?
So
my next one is a Godfather one.
All right.
Coppola.
It's useless information you can't refuse.
Coppola came to work that day and he said, no, Coppola drives up and there's a beautiful cat just standing by the door of the studio.
Oh.
As he goes, the cat rubs up against him. So he goes down to pet it. The cat loves, to be pet.
Right.
So Coppola picks up the cat and brings him inside, gets somebody to give him something to drink and eat, Well, Brando picks up the cat just before his scene, and Coppola hears the cat purring.
Yeah.
And thinks that would be a fantastic thing to have in the background as he's speaking, because it's a calming thing as he's telling you these terrible things. You could give you a thing you can't refuse. Yeah. And the cat's going, well, guess what?
Yeah.
The cat was so loud at times they had to reshoot the scene because you could hardly hear Brando because the mic was picking up the cat.
Right.
The cat was a stray. And it made it into one of the most memorable movies of all times.
Although Avatar the movie, have you seen the movie Avatar?
Yes,
the blue people.
Again, special effects awesome.
Was released in 2009. Now James Cameron, director of Titanic, of course, and if you remember, Canadian. If you remember, as a matter of fact, from Niagara Falls, when we interviewed the mayor of Niagara Falls, Jim Diodati, he talked about how he and James Cameron had dinner or something, and yeah. So anyway, James Cameron is from the Niagara Falls, Canada area. Anyway. He released the film in 2009, but he started developing the script and the concept for Avatar in 1994.
Oh, wow.
So he waited, now you're thinking, well, why the long wait? Well, he waited until 2005 to begin serious production of the movie because the necessary technology for his vision didn't exist yet.
Sure, he had to wait for the industry to get up to speed before he could make it, and it would probably have cost a fortune without it.
Exactly. So he initially planned to make the film the late 1990s after Titanic, but the advanced motion capture and CGI technology that we talked about a few minutes ago needed for the groundbreaking visual effects weren't available. It led him to shelve the project for over a decade, and he used this time to refine the digital 3D filming techniques and develop new technologies like the fusion camera system, because of James Cameron, that would eventually allow him to realize his ambitions, the vision of Avatar.
Yeah, it's amazing, too. In fact, that was another one of my nicknames in high school, Avatar. I dated so many women, they thought there were more of me.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Nick and Roy will continue with totally useless information.
It's time to gear up for fall with cool fashions, cooler weather, and a very cool Kensington market. Hello, this is Cool Nick and Cool Roy for Tom's Place.
I like the way you did that.
That's right. Where the cool guys in Toronto shop.
So check out the latest fall fashions that have just arrived. And hey, it's Tom's Place. So even the new arrivals are on sale. Fall colors, new patterns, fresh designs. So check out the fabulous collection of designer suits, regularly $650. For our listeners of the radio show and the podcast, $375. You heard it right there, slashed to $375.
Wow. Pick out a couple of sports jackets while you're at it. Dress up for the office or down for the weekend, or a wool top coat for 50% off on our first floor.
Play it cool at Tom's Place like we do at Tom's Place. 190 Baldwin Street in Kensington Market. Visit Tom's at toms-place.com. That's TOMS-place.com.
Tom's Place. They'll suit you.
We're back with totally useless information with Nick and Roy. Listen, laugh, and learn.
In Pretty Woman.
Yes.
You've seen the film.
Oh,
Everybody
yeah.
has.
Of course.
Okay. Great film. Very good film.
Yes.
Edward, Richard Gere's character, gives an amazing diamond necklace. Remember, she's dressed up and he's like, oh, you look beautiful, but this is, and he opens up the box and it's this amazing diamond necklace.
Yeah, I think it was worth like
he
$250,000
says, this is to wear, but not to keep.
Right.
And she goes to touch it and he snaps the box down on her finger and she jumps back.
Yeah.
That was not in the scene.
Really get out.
Gere did it as a joke to scare her. So as she goes to grab it, he just snapped the box down on her finger like a mousetrap. She jumps back. The director of the film said that was fantastic. Leave it in, because they both laughed. And if you rewatch the scene, you'll see Julia Roberts is not that great of an actor. She actually got her finger chopped off. No.
Well, she's a great actress, and you know what? Now I'm going to rewatch just.
She's a pretty woman too.
Oh, really pretty. Oh, absolutely.
Pretty
You're kidding?
Pretty woman.
woman.
Yes, pretty.
Yeah. You know what's really pretty? Totally useless information with Nick and Roy. Well, you know what else is
It's
also
pretty good, Nick. It's pretty good.
pretty good. If you go to nickandroy.com and we told you how to go to the Nick and Roy store, you can also leave us a message on the front page there. Also, if you scroll to the bottom, you can sign up for our VIP newsletter, which every month is a great compliment to the show that we do. The VIP, I almost said
It's more than what you think, folks. Get
It
the
is.
newsletter.
it is. Go to nickandroy.com.
All rise! Totally useless information court is now in session.
This is totally useless law information with Nick and Roy.
Objection.
Overruled.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, as we say,
That's the two voice ladies.
the two voice ladies, actually, it was four of us who put that together, and we call it Nerd. Nick, Elaine, Roy, and Deb. It's Nerd Production. What do you got here in terms of the law?
This sucks, Nick.
Why?
I mean, really sucks.
Okay.
In the state of Colorado, there is a law on the books that says, and I quote, "It is illegal, Nick,
Mm-hmm.
to lend your neighbor a vacuum cleaner." It's a sucky law.
It is.
Okay, you cannot lend a vacuum cleaner to your neighbor.
Right.
I guess it would quiet down some disputes if they didn't give it back.
So, was this like the Hoover Law or something?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, Herbert Hoover probably did it.
He did.
Didn't he invent the vacuum?
No, I'm not sure. You said Colorado, and for some reason this came to my mind. I think somebody asked if this were true. It's illegal to kiss a sleeping person in Colorado if it's non-consensual. Wouldn't that be anywhere? Like, you just can't go up and randomly kiss people.
No, I would assume so, unless you're a prince, and then you get
Right. Then you get this law is illegal unless you're a prince. Now, here's my teaser. This sounds really fishy to me. Section 32 of the Salmon Act of 1986 in the United Kingdom. It's illegal to handle salmon in suspicious circumstances. How,
yeah, that's fishy, Nick.
Yeah, no, I don't know. And slippery and slimy. I don't know how well you handle your salmon when you're going upstream. Is it upstream or downstream? How do they swim upstream, right?
They swim upstream,
Upstream,
Nick. It's very odd.
This means it's an offense to receive, retain, remove, or dispose of salmon if you know or reasonably suspect it was illegally caught or comes from an illegal source.
That's true.
The law was intended to combat illegal poaching and the black market trade in salmon, though the wording often leads to people to describe it as a peculiar or absurd-sounding law, which is why I picked it. When someone says, when it says it is illegal to handle your salmon in suspicious circumstances, my mind started to go in the unsuspicious ways. But yeah, there you go, in UK.
Yeah, that's avoiding the scales of justice. I guess instead of a caveat, there would be a caviar.
Caviar, yes. More.
They're just coming out today, Nick.
They are. More caviar dictum.
Yeah. Are you finished?
What do you call a fish that's a musician? I'm trying to make a joke here. What do you
I know you are. Nobody else knows it, though.
What do you call a fish playing the piano?
What, Nick?
Practicing his scales. There you go.
There you
have
go.
it. All right.
There you go. You go back to school. In Kansas, Nick.
Yes?
It's a great place, Kansas.
It is.
It's illegal.
Yes.
And I might add, highly disrespectful and downright unholy.
Why?
This is a law on the books. You cannot put ice cream on cherry pie.
No. Really?
Yes.
A la
Yes.
mode? A la mode?
Why the hell would you put ice cream on good cherry pie with a tasty, buttery crust?
I'm sure we've heard this expression in the bedroom all across our continent, right?
Maybe you have. I don't know yet.
I don't snore.
Yes.
Snoring is prohibited unless all bedroom windows are closed and securely locked in Massachusetts.
Yeah, you'd have to make sure that the policeman is highly sensitive to noise. Otherwise, they
That's
would
right.
sleep through it and not be able to arrest the suspect.
Unless they're snoring themselves, and then
Then they have to cuff themselves, which I would assume a number of Massachusetts people have done to themselves
Yes,
in bed,
they have.
handcuffed themselves to bed,
Yes.
and then said, I did it because I was snoring.
Right. This is
Dear.
Yes, dear.
Dear.
While this law may be technically on the books, it's highly unlikely to be enforced, but its purpose was to prevent loud snorers from disturbing neighborhoods in a time with less than
That's the best way to do it, Nick. You wouldn't want to give them a mouth guard. You
No.
want to arrest them and
Right.
imprison them.
Well, it prevents
What's that noise? Oh, that's the prison.
That's Mr. Smith. It was
That loud soaring noise is the prison. It's just filled with them.
That's right. They are. And they can't, they all fell asleep snoring. But it was at a time where less understanding of sleep disorders and communal living was when these obscure, strange laws were in effect in Massachusetts.
When was that? Like 2024 for
No.
the people of Massachusetts? They're not too
Maybe.
bright, Nick.
They're not.
They're not too bright. They're the ones that threw perfectly good tea into the ocean,
That's right.
thinking they were going to steep the entire ocean.
Well, it wasn't steep. It was pretty shallow.
Yeah. Well, now you got a few salmon that like Earl Grey. In Owensboro, Kentucky.
Excuse me. You don't
Yes,
realize
yes.
how brilliant that is.
Yes.
Because that law was in the UK, and you talked about the salmon having tea.
Ah,
See how
that's
brilliant you are?
right.
Boy,
Yeah.
what did we have for breakfast today? We're really smart
I don't know,
today.
Nick. They're just popping out, and I don't even know what I'm saying.
You know what? We totally apologize to the
I'm
audience.
speaking in tongues.
Right.
Owensboro, Kentucky.
Yes.
The old Owensboro, Kentucky. I love it.
Yeah.
I've been to Kentucky, by the way. I did like Kentucky very much.
Yep.
I did the Bourbon Trail. I went into their caverns, which are really interesting.
Beautiful.
And of course, the Churchill Downs and Keeneland. It's real cool, Kentucky. I love it.
Nice.
But there's a place called Owensboro, Kentucky. Okay. And I really respect them in Kentucky because the men there know who they are. And in Owensboro, Kentucky, it is illegal for a woman to buy a hat. Yes, buy a hat
Okay.
without her husband's approval. So if she's going to go in and buy a hat in Owensboro, Kentucky, she's going to have to bring her husband, who can vouch that he allows her to buy the hat.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hats off to you. In Texas, it is
Yes.
illegal to sell.
It's big too. Yeah,
It
it's
is. It is illegal to buy or sell an eye from a living person.
Mm.
Okay.
big. Oh, you can't take it out and then just sell it.
Right. No, you can't. This
Because a
law.
lot of people would say, hey, I have two.
Right. No. It is illegal to sell or buy an eye from a living person. This law founded in Texas it is found in the Texas Penal Code, section 48.02. Yeah.
Good thing they don't take that. and
No.
sell that. That's against the penal code.
It
It's against everything known to man.
It is. Wow, are you kidding? It's detachable for your pleasure.
That's called the family jewel law.
Right, yes. So this law.
So wait a second, you can't pluck out your eye and sell it.
But the whole idea is to prevent the exploitation of human body parts for financial gain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to do that.
No.
Yeah.
Boy, they
Especially what I've seen in my life.
Yeah, exactly. You know
Wouldn't
what?
want to plug that into anybody else's head.
No. Not only that, the people who were caught, they didn't see that coming.
Nick and Roy will continue with totally useless information. You're listening to Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy. Listen, laugh, and learn.
In the mailbag, what's in the mail?
I have a mailbag from Sherry. Sherry from Hamilton, Ontario. Dear Nick and Roy.
I like Sherry.
Oh, yeah, she loves you too. She says, we love your show. We listen every week. We not only listen to your podcast, we also listen to your radio show. She asks, I've been on an airplane, and they say, as part of their safety messaging, when the oxygen masks come down, put it over your face, and that's kind of pull on the thing or whatever. And she's asking, how much oxygen is allotted to each person on the airplane? And I think, what a great question, right? Because
I don't understand why people keep asking us questions as though we're really smart.
it's useless information.
That's
I
why
guess.
Nick takes all the questions.
Well, first of all, Sherry, thank you very much for your question. So I've never been in an airplane where the oxygen masks have come down. Have you?
No,
No? Okay.
thank God.
Airline passenger oxygen masks are designed to last for 10 to 15 minutes. Now you're
Really?
thinking that's it? Well,
That's the time it would take to get down under the pressure.
exactly. It provides enough time for the aircraft to descend to a safe altitude where air is breathable.
That mask comes down, Nick. I don't need oxygen. I need a defibrillator. I'm going to have a damn heart attack. Exactly.
Now, they contain chemical oxygen generators that produce oxygen through exothermic reaction rather than storing it in tanks. Because in tanks, you're welcome. Oxygen tanks. So they contain chemical oxygen generators that produce oxygen through an exothermic reaction rather than storing it in tanks.
That's the way they do it in space.
And deliver a mixture of oxygen and cabin air. The duration of the oxygen supply varies by aircraft and generator model, but is always sufficient enough for the critical descent phase. So don't worry, you have just enough, 10 to 15 minutes. So thank you very much, Sherry, for your question.
This one really got me.
All right.
Leventi from Erd, Hungary. And I looked it up.
Okay.
RD, Hungary. I live in a town outside of Budapest, Hungary.
Mm-hmm.
I stumbled upon your show, and I must tell you that at first I didn't like it. And I'm like, okay.
Okay.
I didn't understand the premise. Then I listened to another show and another show and another show. And I'm laughing as I'm reading this.
Yeah.
And she says, I must tell you, after 4 or 5 shows, I began to find it highly educational and highly entertaining.
There you go. That's why we came up with our slogan, listen, laugh, and learn. We're really happy that you heard our show. On the show.
In Erd. You heard our show in Erd.
Erd. On the show today, we talked about construction, or construct, as my uncle would say, at the movies. And of course, we talked about law. It's time for the news.
And now, from around the corner and around the world, this is TUI News.
A new stress relief trend is emerging among young adults in China. Once considered a niche item, these silicone soothers have grown in popularity as consumers turn to them for comfort, sleep support, and even smoking cessation.
Is it something you squeeze?
The use of the adult pacifier.
Oh, no.
According to the reports of the South China Morning Post, adult pacifiers are now being sold in large quantities on major Chinese e-commerce platforms. Prices range from 10 yuan, $1.40, to $70, with some sellers reporting thousands of units sold per month. Now,
so you got to spend 10 yuan.
Right. Yuan, yeah.
Sounds like a South American thing. 10 yuan.
No, not Juan like Juan.
And his brother Jose.
What?
10 yuan and 1 Jose.
And one from Colombo.
Not to be offensive.
No.
So they're sticking pacifiers in their mouth.
Now, the users are claiming that the adult pacifier offers a sense of nostalgia and psychological relief. One buyer shared that using it during stressful work situations provides a sense of safety from shopping.
Is this in China, you said, Nick?
It is in China. Some of the TikTok users in the United States, while it's still around, are also embracing the trend, sharing videos of themselves using pacifiers during commutes, work, and moments of burnout.
Are they like big baby pacifiers with like a hook on the end, I guess?
Got
like,
it.
Probably, yeah.
Yep. Some claim the habit helps focus and calming symptoms of ADHD.
My son never liked the pacifier.
No? Okay.
Never had one. No.
All right.
Or a blanket or anything like that.
I've
never
seen
had any of those issues.
I've seen 5 and 6 year olds with pacifiers. In my personal opinion, I think that's too old.
Yeah,
but,
I felt that way. I felt a little weirded out in high school.
Yeah. Well, you were the beginning of a trend. Look, you started a trend here. However, health professionals have voiced some concerns.
Ooh, what is the concern, Nick?
Well, a dentist warning.
Pray tell.
Pray tell. No, it was Dr. Shishwan. warned that sleeping with an adult pacifier may interfere with breathing and increase the risk of suffocation.
Do you like Szechuan food? Not to get off topic.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
I love Szechuan. For the folks that don't know what that is, it's a Chinese spicy food, Szechuan.
Yeah. You pay for it twice. Yeah, I pay for it
Dr.
twice.
Szechuan knows a lot about it. But go ahead.
He does. Long-term use, the doctor says, could also negatively affect jaw alignment and dental health.
Ooh.
So you have to be careful.
Mess up your teeth.
Despite the warnings, well, I've heard that even with pediatricians, with even young babies, like once they start teething, I think they're done with the pacifiers. Despite the warnings, though, many users defend their choice. They don't care what the medical professionals say. Some cite the adult pacifier as a more affordable and tolerable alternative to mouth guards or other sleeping aids, which is, I think, what you
I wish
suggest,
my
right?
wife would buy one. No. You can't speak while you have that.
Wow, she might.
It's a dream for most American and Canadian men.
Oh, 100%.
Right?
Online comments reflect a mix of personal testimonials, skepticism, and humor about the psychological comfort that the item provides. As interest spreads globally, the adult pacifier trend highlights a broader cultural shift among younger generations seeking coping mechanisms for modern stress.
Yeah, they're under a lot of stress,
and
these
sometimes
people.
by turning to the simplest comforts from childhood. Well, might as well.
This younger generation is under a lot of stress. You know, they come from like 3 or 4 generations back, Nick. They didn't even have a car or refrigeration.
No.
Okay, but they're under stress.
Yeah.
Could you imagine your great-great-grandfather coming home and saying, you know, Dad, I'm under a little stress, and getting a whack in the head?
Yeah, exactly.
That was stressful.
It was. Yeah. Well, no stress, because we will be back next week. That's all the time we have.
We should sell pacifiers at nickandroy.com.
That's right.
In the Nick and Roy store,
Right.
where you get the birthday message.
From 2 guys who suck every week. We'll be back next week.
Yeah, you don't need a pacifier. Just
No,
listen to us.
Exactly. We're suck free.
Yeah, and you can. And guess what?
What?
You know, there's a problem with that if you're in Colorado, because we suck so bad you can't lend us to your neighbor.
Exactly. Well, you're
See, it all goes back to that.
It
you know?
does. While you're carefully handling your salmon. That's all the time we have for this episode of Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy. We will scour the internet far and wide to find more totally useless information just for you.
Until then, tell a friend, because that's what's been making this show amazing. 90 countries around the world. We are so grateful to our listeners. Thank you so much. And again, go on nickandroy.com and click on that free newsletter. You're going to be really, really, really surprised. It's cool. It's really great.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Roy.
Thanks for listening.
Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy is recorded and produced in Canada. For more totally useless information, visit nickandroy.com. That's nickandroy.com. Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy has been brought to you in part by Tom's Place, the finest in men's fashion. Located in Toronto at 190 Baldwin Street in the heart of Kensington Market. Or visit toms-place.com.